right, hello everyone, and welcome to SpeedGaming 2. Today we have a Link to the Past randomizer open league match between So of Time and Scrubcasual of Boomer Friendly. With me on commentary today is Danny Music. How are you doing?
Hello, Star. I am doing pretty well. Looking forward to seeing some Ganons go down.
Yep, we've got a very interesting mode today.
This is inverted vanilla swords, full key sanity, full Randomizer, hard item pool, and fast Ganon.
Yep.
A lot of relatively unfriendly prompts, and also fast Ganon.
And that's the only nice thing about the settings. The last time I commentated a league match was an inverted swordless randomizer. That was an absolute disaster. We'll see if this one's any better.
Yeah.
We're basically going to be swordless for the first while, since all of the vanilla sword locations are in the light world. Other than the Smith's location, but yeah, you still can't really do that.
Yeah. Well, the runners are off. We have an early check of the map from Fromp's time, but without any maps being found, we won't actually have any pendant or crystal information early on.
No, hard container around Bumper Cave.
Yep.
Bumper Ledge, I guess.
Tier 1 tree pole is just hearts.
Yep.
Which killing that enemy that says, ouch you jerk, counts as a tier 1 kill. Who knows?
Looks like we've got a palette shuffle actually on Scrubcasual today, which is always fun. Nothing too harsh on the eyes just yet, which is much appreciated. Randomizer, oh boy, hi Hinox. And some more. Okay, it's Hinox Central, it seems.
Yep, this is most likely an attempt just to grind up a couple bombs for the early game.
Yep, at least it's a really quick death orb because of that Hinox.
And Scrub
hits you.
Scrub is doing the same thing.
Yeah. No, so this is a best of 5 series, and the first 3 games can be played out of order. The ALTTPR League has teams of 3, with each runner being assigned Power, Wisdom, or Courage. Courage is game 1, Wisdom is game 2, and Power is game 3. I believe their Wisdom match just concluded right before this one started. The runners actually waited until their teammates finished, and then I think their Courage match is yet to take place.
So Team Boomer Friendly is up 1-0 right now.
That is correct. The match that took place just before this, giving a win to Boomer Friendly. A bit of a spoiler, but there's not really a way to be avoided, unfortunately.
Yep. So far we found a small key to Palace of Darkness in the corner chest of this area.
And that's about it. And there's a hammer, actually.
Ooh, that's a big find.
Nice. Especially in Vanilla Swords Inverted. You're not getting a sword for a while.
Yeah, that hammer is going to be their main damage-dealing weapon, and it also opens up a couple locations, such as the Pyramid and potentially Catfish if they find Glove. That would be difficult to access otherwise. Oh. Maybe even Pod.
Of course there's a Vanilla Skullwoods key in the pinball chest. Because the game loves to be funny. And yes, unfortunately for all of us, So for some reason has fast beeping on.
You will very much know if you are in danger.
Yes. Well, this is already a way better start than the last time I commentated a inverted randomizer seed. That one was actually swordless, unlike Vanilla Swords. Oh, hookshot and Hype Cave. And there was a disaster that involved the world's worst ice palace with bombs, an out-of-logic blue cane, and a couple of rots. Oh, and a bottle. That was it.
Yeah, that was a pretty solid Hype Cave. Getting that hookshot early is also a nice weapon to be able to deal some damage with for some of these more difficult enemies.
Yep, that's also a nice, that's especially going to be nice for, I think those, shadows, for instance, which are one of the most common enemies you see in Randomizer, because they can be just about anywhere, but they don't take much, they go down really quickly. It's just, they're a real pain if you don't have an infinite source of damage. Such as the seed I mentioned earlier, which your sources of damage were bombs, blue cane, and the rods. That did not work. Beepity beep so I think the Skullwoods big key chest is going to require a bit more equipment today. So's tried several times, gotten a load of nowhere with the Gyptos and Hinox, and I think they've just called it quits.
Yep, so is likely going to be checking out Hype Cave next. In the meantime, Scrubcasual goes over to Digging Game, having just found a single arrow from Stump Kid today.
Yeah. Making quite a few digs here.
Yeah, it really is quite a few digs.
24, 25,
it's
26.
It's a 30 dig max.
29 digs for $50. Yikes.
Well,
there's also a shield in Hype Cave, which is nice for inverted Randomizer at least.
Yeah, and those $50 could come somewhat in handy. They will need to open up Palace of Darkness at some point, most likely. So Zora will be a thing for much later.
Yeah, also, by the way, hello VXR and everyone else in chat. Looks like it is back to wow, words, okay, mixing up my acronyms. Village of Outcasts here for, Scrubcasual. I need to quit mixing up my games when I commentate. Well, it's me mixing up this with Zelda 2 for some reasons. Anyway, Village of Outcasts. Time for Scrubcasual finding a small heated turtle rock in the C-shaped house.
Yep, having that hammer for Village of Outcasts is nice because they'll be able to... Oh, this is key sanity, so they won't necessarily be able to full clear the dungeon. If they had the small key, they would.
Yeah. I thought this was full key sanity, so including boss keys.
Yep, that does also include the boss keys. So yeah, be able to get the first 4.
Yeah, there's the Compass of Meyer. Okay. Remind me in ALTTPR, what's the one that gives you dungeon info again?
That would be the map.
So yeah, that compass is useless. It's the reverse node in Ocarina of Time random. It's 7 fast cannon. Don Venu, as Don Venu says, Immortal Koi. I can't words.
Okay, so we're getting the chess game checks, and now Scrub is going into Village of Outcasts. In the meantime, So is going to find that set of 50 rupees from Digging Game.
Yep, after 59, I think it was, digs. Something really ridiculous at any rate.
Yep, so now let's see what we got in Thieves Sound here. We do have both the hammer and the moon pearl, so a glove will do it.
Yeah, oh, I did miss where the moon pearl was, actually. Must have completely brain farted it somewhere. Hype Cave?
Yep, it was Hype Cave.
Yeah, Hype Cave was very nice today then. Feel free to tell me if I sound like an idiot and I'm mixing up terms or languages for that matter. I do that sometimes on commentary. Ooh, some Lionels in Thieves Town. Thankfully we can just go stay above for the most part. Not the friendliest thing in the world. And there's the map of Hera. Zerothan, our mode is inverted, vanilla swords, full key sanity, full randomizer, hard item pool, and fast cannon. That's quite the mouthful.
Alright, so now Scrub is making the play most likely to Pyramid Ledge, and then to Palace of Darkness.
Can I have fries with that? Oh.
Looking for that glove.
Yeah.
In the meantime, So is going to be checking out those Village of Outcasts checks, having spent a little bit of time a little bit of extra time in Skullwoods and a little bit of extra time also grinding for rupees. But we now have found the glove on Scrubcasual side, and
on
with
the
that,
pyramid ledge.
Yep. And with that, we can now access the light world.
Yes, we can, between the hammer, the glove, and the moon pearl.
Yep, so no need to dive Palace of Darkness right now.
No. Very 9.5 minute light world access. Very nice. The last disaster of an inverted randomizer seed, I think it was also last league seed I commentated. Took an hour to get light world access behind a bug net in the world's worst ice palace. So I'll take this. Oof on that crystal roller, though.
Yeah, that crystal roller is going to be a bit of a problem.
Yeah, that hammer is going to take a while for us, though, since they did that earlier.
And Scrub doesn't even go back to the Dark World in the same place. Going to take the portal in Village of Outcasts instead.
All right. Besides that crystal roller's not deal with, which is fair enough. Hookshotting a Time Gator, which go down in one hit with apparently.
Hammer was in the front of Skullwoods, where you drop down the pit.
Yeah, so took quite a few deaths trying to get to the big key chest of Skullwoods, which was locked behind a couple of Gyptos and a Hinox, and then just ended up giving up on that and forgot to do the front. Hurry up, beeping, son. Yeah, we're going to be hearing a lot of beeps today from So, who was fast beeping on for some reason.
Alright, Scrubcasual gets out of the portal at Kakariko, going to take that fish if we can get past this Lionel. Does get past the Lionel. You can give the fish to the bottle merchant in exchange for a variety of goodies, potentially including bombs, which is the most important.
Mm-hmm. And, okay, thankfully So is going back to Skullwoods.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, Scrub got the item, but then ended up throwing the fish in the wall and didn't actually get the fish prize.
Oops, there's the hammer for So.
There we see the hammer for So side.
Thankfully, it's not going to hurt So, but So will be missing the hammer, but unfortunately, it did lose a bunch of time to dying a lot to the big key chest. GT map's the last one you want to see. There's the compass of Cannon's Tower, as useless as the GT map. They probably won't even need to punch GT this seed.
There's always that possibility.
There is, but I doubt it. Well, actually, it's vanilla swords and hard item full. They definitely don't need to do GT. Because they know where their swords are and they're not getting silvers. So there's going to be no reason for that. So, because in these settings, they would only really try to go for GT if they still needed an item, but if they still wanted silvers or another sword or something, but they're not getting silvers in their last, and there's they're not getting silvers and they know where the swords are, as we see an ice rod and the boot in Blind's Hut.
Yeah, those are two items that you definitely want to find. And So is checking the vanilla big key chest of Skullwoods, which I don't believe we saw on Scrubcasual side.
I believe so. Well, this is the one that So died a ton to earlier. Scrubcasual didn't even bother trying.
Just a red rupee this time.
No.
So we're going to need So to make his way to the pyramid in order to grab that glove upgrade.
It's not so much as So is palette random turned off as it is that Scrubcasual has palette random turned on. I mean, this depends on perspective. At any rate, that's what's up. Picking up some bombs here for Scrub.
Definitely enough money to use bombs at this point.
658 of them, 650 of them even. Can't read. Cart container in the back of the tavern is pretty handy. And yeah, as Chet says, the Dark World is pretty locked off and inverted. Thankfully, they got Light World access very early. So is about to get his, and Scrubcasual's had theirs for about 5 minutes. Just some bombs in the library.
Fire Rod race game.
And Chicken Hunt being Chicken Hunt, still the actual Chicken Hunt is just the randomizer being funny. Good looking at chat. We've gotten a lot of items so far, actually, for 15 minutes in. We just haven't seen many keys as a problem.
All right. So finding out the harsh news regarding that crystal roller outside of the portal at Link's house.
That is unfortunate. Means that you're really not going to be able to take that portal for quite a bit because you're not getting past that on 3 hearts and green melt.
Yep. Does the same thing as Scrubcasual did. Doesn't force the issue. Just take the portal at Kakariko. It's fine.
Yep, just get out of there. K45 time for Scrubcasual. One of the changes to the inverted world map is this, and there's the book.
All right. Well, book lets them at least read the tablets as well as give them access to Desert Palace. In inverted, you actually need the book in order to get access to Desert Palace.
Yep. On the other hand, you might notice you only need the mirror to be able to access the Mire areas. I know the 2 dungeons access requirements are flipped. There's the shovel in the dam, a little bit after you would like it.
Yeah, the place where you check it is nearby, but
not the greatest.
We'll see if
roller in the dam, beepity beep again. So why?
We'll see if Scrub decides to go back for that shovel spot or go on to Mini Moldworm Cave and other places. Looks like Scrub is just going on to Mini Moldworm Cave.
That's in all honesty. This beeping is gonna drive us all nuts by the end of the race, I'm sure. There's the big key to Turtle Rock.
Turtle Rock. Definitely be needing that at some point.
Yep. Mini Moldworm Cave has had a couple of its mini Moldworms replaced by a couple of mini Helmosaurs, but it's not. I don't know if Scrubcasual's audio is unfortunately unusable, as obnoxious as the beeping is. I'm sorry, Chad, but we're just gonna have to live with it. There's Red Cane. And a red shield, which is nice.
So we've got Red Cane, Big Key to Turtle Rock, Small Key to Turtle Rock, and both rods.
Problem is, it is also full randomizer. That includes bosses. But that is funny. This is boss shuffle. Hey, SpeedGaming rating with a party of 61. Welcome into, apologies for the beepity beep. Scrubcasual's audio is unusable. And, we've got ourselves a, inverted Vanilla Swords, full key sanity, full randomizer, hard item, full fast scan, and ALTTPR league race between Problem Time and Scrubcasual or Freedom Friendly, who just got me games tower key on the dig spot. Thank you for the heart pom-pom, Zero Wing.
Yeah. So if you're these runners, you found Fire Rod and Ice Rod pretty early. You have the hammer for Helmosaur, though you could also do Helmosaur with bombs. You have the hookshot already. I believe you can theoretically take out every boss in the game with this set of items that Scrubcasual has.
Yes you can. It kinda sucks, but you can. And okay, thank you for chat for catching this Mire and Potter, our 5-6 crystals today. In Key Sanity, you really want to talk to the Bomb Hut guide to know where the red crystals are. Because that and Taha are your only real reliable, guaranteed information on these crystals and pendants in the game, as Scrubcasual picks up their first Sword off Uncle.
Yep. Vanilla Sword means that Uncle is guaranteed to have that, so might as well pick prioritize that and pick that sword up sooner than later.
Yep, there's a Poe, and I'm not even sure what that one's called. Nothing too annoying, though, at least. I don't know why
The other
Soa
one-
is choosing to have the fast beat, but we're just going to be stuck with it.
The other one that you'll likely see is the blacksmith sword when they're able to do that. And depending on how friendly it is to get into Mire and get into Palace of Darkness, we'll see if they end up picking up that third one for Tempered Sword.
Would, since it's hard item flow and they're never getting silver arrows. You know, Pyramid Fairy is a guaranteed sword as I see another Ganon's Tower small key. Thanks, game. In the front of Escape. Alright, so spotting his fire rod on the race game, nothing too hard here in Escape so far by the looks of it for Scrubcasual.
Yep, still gotta be a bit careful though with 6 hearts and green mail.
Yeah, nothing too bad though, another heart piece. But as the race goes on, we will hear less beeping from this, so... Can I get to the Smith Frog with just mirror and inverted? That is correct. Smiths unlock a grand sum of one thing, and inverted, and that is, what, I think King's Tomb?
King's Tomb.
Yeah. King's Tomb is the one and only thing that Smiths unlock hard to lock in inverted. There are various ways to bypass everything else. So picking up his book as Scrubcasual that warps out of Zelda Cell. Having found just $5 in it.
Yep, going on to Dark Crossroom. This is technically illogic because Scrub has the fire rod, but still gotta be a bit careful in Randomizer. You don't know what's going to be lying here, particularly in the very enclosed room that normally contains snake ropes, which they're about to get to next.
Yeah, about the things I saw there were a mini Molder, mini Helmasaur. The other things were invisible, so... Oh, okay, a couple Igors and some... which levers, I think they're called? Nothing too bad. You can just run right past them with boots, at any rate.
Alright. In the meantime, So is grabbing the first sword there. Gotta watch out for this Lionel.
Yep, I was gonna
Scrub
say,
side.
that's pretty distinctive Lionel, shooting those beams. And picking up another GT key. Game, why? They're never going there. It's inverted hard item full of vanilla swords fast again, and they're not going to GT ever. Like, they genuinely have absolutely zero reason to ever touch Ganon's Tower. You know where all their swords are, and their silvers can't possibly be there. Well, you know where all their swords are, the bow locks GT access, and pod is a crystal, and they're not gonna get silvers, because it's hard item pool. There's just no point in never going to GTs. It could, Aruzan. Mirror could be in GT and even non-inverted, I'm pretty sure. Depends a lot on your crystal. Depends on whether or not Swamp is a crystal, I think. Among other things. I could be wrong, though. Hey, very early. Why?
Yeah. We're getting the pedestal check, but with vanilla swords on, we know that the pedestal is guaranteed to be a sword. The thing is, there are so many different settings that players may or may not normally play with that it's understandable if you would forget a detail such as that.
Yeah, but it is a reminder to Scrub at least that, hey, it's vanilla swords.
Yep. In the meantime, we see Scrub doing the rest of these Lost Woods checks that So did, as well as So making their way through Hyrule Castle. We'll see if So decides to go on to Dark Crossroom as well. Taking this intentional death, it looks like that is going to be the case.
Yep.
So we'll see how So deals with the low percentage play. But
Decides to not do so.
So decides to not skip Dark Crossroom for now.
Yeah, lumberjack time for Scrub, which turns up.
Bow. That was a bow. All right.
And yes, Chad, that is our absolute mouthful of a spoon. I'm not sure why Scrubcasual just went there.
Well, the question is that the bow that you're supposed to have or the bow that you'll get later?
That is a good question. The bot has a cooldown in Muad'Dib. Yeah, but that does strongly scream Aga. We aren't very far from Aga, actually. We just need a lamp. Or a flute.
Yep, because Aga is where Ganon's tower is.
Oh wait, no,
now.
we need a lamp to do Aga Tower. We already lamp from it. I can't read. A couple of Castle Tower.
We also need both.
Sanity.
Yep.
Face pop. Still can't forget the inverted the Sporeless Randomizer C.com had recently had you dig a god-awful ice palace for the Bughead of all things to do Aga, so that's kind of what I'm thinking of here. Also, I did miss what that was on Babu's tablet for, so if someone else in chat caught it, I did not.
Bloomerang.
Okay, thank you, chat. And Raver Ledge is just a heart piece. Actually, do you recognize the sprite that So is playing as? I know Boomer's just Scrubcasual just playing the old man sprite. That one's fairly obvious.
I do not know this one, no.
Desert time actually for So.
Yep, we got that book relatively early, so Desert's a fair play. Don't have a small key or the big key for Desert, but there are still some items to be found.
We do not have another pod small key from the back of Escape.
Yep, that's the second one, I believe, on Scrub's side.
That is correct. We saw the first one in the front of Skull Woods. And chat says that is Akatsuko. I am afraid I have absolutely no idea where that character is from, but...
Yeah, so if you're Scrub and you've seen that bow on Aghanim's Ledge, how likely are you to do pod right now?
Probably not very, as we see a small key on the Desert Torch, which turns out to be...
Swamp
Hey,
Power.
that's a really good find. Swamp Small in the Desert Torch.
Yep, in Key Sanity, the small key to Swamp Palace is extremely important because it gates all but one chest in Swamp Palace. So when they have the means to be able to make it into the dungeon, that's an important one to find.
Yep.
So takes a death to a Lionel before checking Agina's cave.
And is out. Huh. Oh, so did Agina for death. Thanks to our tracker, I care.
Oh.
Which I guess reminds me I didn't actually get around to plugging anybody in our intro. Shoutouts to our runners here, so from Simon Scrubcasual, Boomer Friendly, as well as to my co-commentator Danny Music and our tracker Egg here. Nothing on that old man.
Wow, that mini Helmosaur just decided that it had enough.
Yep. I'd love when the enemy decides to commit suicide. Let's see. Inside a Spectacle Rock is just a hurt piece.
Yep.
Top of Spectacle Rock, just $20.
I don't believe that we saw Scrub go all the way to Ice Rod Cave.
No, we did not.
We'll see if So does the same. Looks like So contemplating it. Those crystal rollers.
Not being very appealing. And hey, chain chomp in the water. Thankfully it's in the water. Yikes.
That's just rude.
This is just rude. Crystal rollers seem to have taken over the South Shore. And there's the Skullwoods Key. And, Paradox.
Yeah, So takes a death to the crystal rollers there. Gotta love Randomizer shenanigans.
Yep. Yep, Randomizer making hard rooms easy and easy rooms impossible since 2018 indeed. As you see, Duncan knows to just the Paradox. 10 arrows. Peace and hey, bug net. I think that was the most useful. That and the Skullwoods Key of debatable as to which one's more useful in Paradox. Or that handy.
Yeah, not exactly the Paradox Cave that they wanted to see.
Nope.
Scrub taking a fall before going to the bomb jump. Looks like he's going to get it the second time.
Yep. And okay, there we go. Hammer Dash managed to get So past this god-awful crystal roller by the portal by Link's house. Because they got Oko by that first time. Floating Island is just a heart piece, but might as well pick it up while you're right here. There's the second GT key for So.
Yep. Scrub already got that one.
Literally never use. I'd be more concerned if they did. And
see what's on
our tablet here. 10 arrows. And no, it's not swordless high repair. They even got 10-minute light world access, so this is a pretty nice improvement to see to that.
Yep, it is not swordless, it is vanilla swords.
Yep. It's also fast scanning about the one actually nice setting here. So they will never touch GT, considering it's also hard. Item pools.
So Scrub is going into Hera. Scrub doesn't have the big key, but will likely Herapot here.
I'd expect so. Just a hurt piece. And So getting the bad news that there is a bow on Lumberjack Ledge.
Mm-hmm. You hate to see it.
You do.
Alright. Nice job using the clip for Herapot on Scrubcasual side. Going to go down. Well, gotta check these chests anyway. And by these chests, I mean one chest, because you don't have the big key.
Man finds the VR compass. Okay. Oh, sync check actually for So has just another compass to Dark Palace. I'm reading that automatically. That's a pop compass. And we have a vanilla Moldorm.
All right.
With 2 eyes. What do you know?
A very vanilla Moldorm.
We've got the most vanilla Moldorm I've ever seen.
So, this is full boss shuffle. Theoretically, there could have been a number of bosses, not every potential boss, in that particular arena. We also know that since this is full boss shuffle, that 3 of the bosses will appear twice in the game. We don't know necessarily which 3 they are, and we probably won't see the majority of the bosses because they won't be going into Ganon's Tower since this is fast Ganon.
Yeah. Yeah, and so about the eyes comment. So in Randomizer of any kind, even if Boss Miser is off, Moldorm has a random number of eyes. All Moldorms have the same number of eyes. So we're just going to see 2 Dorm today, but it is randomized between 1 and 8. We got the 1 in 8 chance of a vanilla mold orb. I can't complain. I think multi-mode looks really, really weird and kind of creepy, to be honest with you. But it certainly is unusual. And there's the lamp.
We just found the lamp in Mimic Cave.
That's the bow in logic. Yep. And yep, Scrubcasual is running off to get that bow. It looks. Might just have gotten lost though. Might. Guess I do that. Yeah, no, this is bow time for Scrub. Or Aga time, perhaps. Actually, no, it doesn't have keys. I'm dumped. Green pendants in Swamp today, so that Swamp Small isn't quite as handy today. Becca Saha's hut has one of the castle tower keys and the flute. Okay, well, flute opens up access to the Mire Shed area. In inverted mode, the flute works in the dark world, and the portals are roughly where they would correspond to the light world. Yeah, Saha having some really handy stuff. We are now just a castle key from being able to get that bow off Lumberjack. And there's the big key to thieves. That's actually really handy.
We don't have the small key to thieves yet, but that is the majority of the chests plus an additional boss.
Yeah, we should also note that we got a crystal lock arrow, which is very nice. Bunny has 10 arrows and another Turtle Rock key.
Okay, that's the second Turtle Rock small key.
Yep. So in Randomizer, full Randomizer, it is entirely possible that this Bill does actually have the equipment to kill any boss he runs across, and it will not be bow locked. Logically, it still is, but practically it will not be, as we see Quake there in the front of Eastern. And thank you, Don Veneer, in chat for catching that a map check that Turtle Rock and Thieves are both crystals. I also apparently have a bit of a sniffle, sorry. And there's the big key to ice in the first chest of Aga Tower.
That unlocks one additional check in Ice Palace.
And there's another pop key in the front of Eastern. Yep, Super Malmo World, that is our absolute mouthful of a mode today. This looks like Thieves Downtime with that big key now for Scrubcasual.
Yep. There is going to be a chest that Scrub will have to isolate, but you gotta make some risks sometimes.
Yep. Inverted means that they start in the dark world, and that you need the Moon Pearl and hammer and glove or mitts to go to the light world. And Mirror takes you from the light world to the dark world, and the flute now works in the dark world instead. Among other things, as we see Vitreous on Eastern. Not Eastern, that's where are we actually? I got lost.
That was Thieves Town, and yes,
Yeah,
Vitreous is in Thieves Town. Scrubcasual not really wanting a part of the Vitreous fight right now, but we'll go back either to do the boss again or check some more of the additional items.
Yeah. I also missed what the boss. I don't think so. Went to the back of Eastern. Actually, it looked like there, so don't know what that is.
Well, we don't have the big key to Eastern yet.
Big key, fair enough, right? That's the other thing is I tend to be a scatterbrain.
Relatively benign Thieves Town Hellway there. This room can also be pretty dicey in Thieves Town, but We actually see a little bit of vanilla spike
Got a
sliders.
couple spikes, yep. I'm actually not sure what So is playing on, but definitely was because their monitor might be a little old. There is a little bit of fuzziness you can see as we see a bottle in the Thief's attic.
Yep, that's our first bottle for Sick Kid, and because this is full Randomizer, Scrub doesn't need to bomb the floor because we already know that's vitreous.
Bumper ledge is still accessible and inverted. I think a mirror there.
Yeah, Bumper Cave and the cave that leads to Death Mountain have switched places in inverted mode.
Yep. Still better than the one person who pointed a webcam at their CRT. I mean, I guess whichever works. Yeah, there is definitely a little bit of graphical glitches. Nice hover for So.
So gets the hover for a heart piece.
Honestly, I'd take it in Vanilla Swords Randomizer.
Yeah, the reward severely understates the difficulty of that trick.
Absolutely. That was So made it look easy.
Alright, so in the meantime, we're seeing Scrub make a dive into Eastern. Unfortunately, not really going to get rewarded too much here. But Scrub will also be able to check Sahasrara's closet for the first time, and that has the flute. And 300 rupees, I forget the other thing.
Accurate key, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yep, you're right.
Because you mirror from the inverted, the mirror takes it from light to dark instead of the other way around. So that's how you get to Bumper Legend. Inverted is you go up and you mirror.
And Scrub deciding not to dive Eastern, having found a treasure trove on Sahasrara's closet, going to immediately mirror back and probably activate that flute. Don't believe we've found the mire shed area just yet, so
no, we have not.
Might be a good place to look.
I'd say so. We're a little low on places to go at the moment, actually.
Yep.
Although So does not, the Scrubcasual does not have the Quake, which may or may not open mire. So that could be unfortunate. Quake being in Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
Right, not dipping Eastern without a bow, but that's just a bit unfortunate. There's the lamp for So. Which does remind me that in Inverted, you might not need to go through the main Turtle Rock entrance. You can and often are required to mirror from the back end, such as Mimic Cave, which So just exited. Correct. Yeah, so Mad Matt, so Bumper, so the Dark Cave link to link to Death Mountain and the Bumper Cave are switched and inverted. I don't remember what Turtle Rock is required for the entry, but there we go. Flippers on Sick Kid.
Sick Kid with the flippers.
That's Ice Palace. They do have the big key, though they don't have a single small key.
Yeah, so that bottle was absolutely a progression item.
Oh, for sure. Bump may be a pendant, but the green pendant, but we do know that but the altar Scented Ice Palace is a crystal we don't actually know yet.
Is Ether required to enter Misery Mire today?
Alright. Hi Hinox and Nakarak and Layer Shed. Which turns up. Red Ruby. And a Castle Tower key. That's a boat.
Alright. Yep. So now that puts Aga Tower in access, and we know that there is a bow on Lumberjack Ledge.
Yep.
And Scrub does indeed have both Castle Tower keys right now. So only has the one, but we'll likely check the Mire Shed area relatively soon. It's such an easy thing to check, and we'll be able to get that other thing.
Yep, this is definitely rush the bow time for Scrubcasual.
Yep, Scrub immediately goes over to Aga Tower. And we'll also be able to see the second chest that is in Aga Tower.
Yep, first chest was the Ice Palace big key. We do not know what the second chest is, as so deals with a completely vanilla mold orb. It doesn't even have a difference in eyes, and it's as trolly as it ever is. Knocking so down the floor. This Aga Tower maze isn't too bad. Nice to have magic.
Yeah, it's a nice safety to have. I was going to say, with finding the flippers, you could opt to do Ice Palace at this point. But having the half magic before doing Ice Palace is even nicer.
Absolutely. Yeah, the second bow just turns into 20 bucks on pickup. Same goes for whichever sword they choose to not get, which will probably be the pedestal. Unless the seat decides to be rude. Unless the seat decides to be rude, they end up doing their own, but anyway, at least. Yep, I remember that one, Pyromance. I think I was commenting it. Or at least I commented the end hard post see that happened. Yeah. So is actually also heading up mountain now. It doesn't have a small second Aga Tower key, unfortunately.
Yeah, gonna have to check the
Fire Shed first.
Yep. To be fair, it can be kind of difficult. You have to activate the flute in the light world still, even though the flute is only good in the dark world. And Scrubcasual gets a really nice spin speed off of the staircase at Aga Tower.
Yep. Lumberjack has a bow, chat.
Yeah. And with this being hard mode, that is the one bow that is in this game.
Yeah, well, the second bow is still out there, but it'll just turn into 20 bucks since they pick it up. But when you get both the Aga Tower keys pretty early and you know where that bow is, you're just gonna go pick it up.
Yeah.
Like, the game gave you everything you needed for it pretty early, and it's better just get it. Ooh, so taking a death in the Aga Tower maze.
That was intentional.
Okay, never mind. Actually,
So doesn't have the remaining
never mind.
key
Thank
to
you for the
clear more of Aga Tower.
yep. Thank you for the reminder. Aga Tower is done for Scrubcasual in the meantime. So is missing a key from your chat.
There's 20 rupees on the floating island there. Or Lake Helly Island.
There's a big key to Thieves' War, so the bow was lumberjack. Or at least a bow was lumberjack.
Immortal Koi, I think that means that the Lake Hylia item actually had to have been a bow, because they haven't found any mail yet, and we know that blue mail is a thing.
No, blue mail is not. There's also heart containers that are removed in hard item pool.
Oh, the maximum. Okay. The maximum mail is green.
Also, the bow would still appear as a bow because he hasn't gotten the other one yet.
Could be Mirror Shield. Okay.
Could be Mirror Shield. There's a few different things. And it is a vanilla quake for Turtle Rock today. And hey, Ken, yeah, that's our fairly nutty mode for today. This is the second day they have played, but it is technically game 3. Due to this being game power. I mean the power players first.
Ooh. This is the most heavily guarded ice rod cave I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
we got Lionels, we got spike sliders. There's a lot of rough things.
Key in the first chest of Turtle Rock and 300 bucks in Ice Rod Cave. And you can't get any further from this end of Turtle Rock for the moment. Actually, no, wait.
They got the fire rod.
Sanity, but no, I can't keep track. Has the fire rod and a couple keys. I am having a bit of problems combinating this mode. Oops.
It's a complicated mode.
It is. No, damage is not randomized. It's just that those enemies hit hard.
Yeah. Alright. Scrubcasual, with the good game knowledge, taking the relatively rarely seen warp to get close to the Aga Tower, or Lumberjack area.
Bombs and another Meyer key in the fire rod locked part of TR. As Scrubcasual picks up their bow.
Yep, gonna need the Ether Medallion for Misery Meyer first. Chomp Room is one of the more difficult rooms in the vanilla game, but absolutely laughable in this version of Randomizer.
Yep, that was a joke. $50 though.
Alright.
Quake is in the front of Eastern, Ken. Wonderful Fairy has the Meyer Big Key and the map to Skullwoods.
Ooh, that's a big find. There's a second bow. So that means So will not have to do Aga Tower.
It's a good one. That is a nice find for So.
Yeah. And that was in vanilla big key chest in Turtle Rock as well. So because this is inverted, you'll only need one additional Turtle Rock key to be able to clear the rest, because you can take a shortcut to the back entrance. But still, that is a nice find.
It is. It should be noted, as chat said, that yeah, that did cost So some keys, so we'll see how it works out.
Yes, Super Malmo World, it would require the mirror.
See how that plays out ultimately. We have seen at least there was a bottle in the attic of Thieves Town. I have not seen the room. the rest of the back. I don't think we saw this cell at least. I could be wrong. Yep, Scrubcasual died on the Kettle is first going to go back to Vitreous, it looks like.
Alright, Bow makes Vitreous a lot more palatable. They still have to be careful with Just Fighter Sword as your sword.
Not much in the way of safety items either, really. Fucking bombs helps too. Beepity beep again for so.
Yep, so that bottle is very important because Sick Kid has the flippers.
Yep. Whether or not they are harder player does depend. Is a pendant, and we don't actually know what Ice Palace is right now.
Unfortunately, So takes a death as well, so we're still not going to be able to see what's in Blind Cell.
Hardwood does not reduce the number of bottles. It does remove all bow and arrow upgrades, however. The arrow and bomb upgrades. Words. Yeah, no, bottles are the same. Hardwood limits it 14 hearts total, 7 heart pieces, 7 heart containers, 16 heart pieces. Maximum green mail, maximum tempered sword, maximum fire shield. So they have not maximum. Just a regular bow in non-swordless, and no arrow and bomb capacity upgrades.
Yeah, Small Key to Desert Palace is pretty big. That's an additional. That's an additional 2 checks in Desert Palace, but they'll need the big key in order to actually complete the dungeon.
Yep.
I don't believe we've seen Desert Palace from Scrub's side. We have seen it from So.
Yep. Correct, because there was a what was there? There was a swamp. The small key was on the torch.
Yep, So takes a death for Vitreous there. That's a hard fight on limited equipment.
Unfortunately, the equipment isn't going to get that much better. Any other runs starting soon? Not especially, and yes, you should play Randomizer. Yep, no matter what you do, blue returns to you is a pretty straightforward hit for the boomerang on the Boundless tablet.
Scrub realizing the lack of bombs before doing a Genius Cave.
Yep, turns around. Phil is actually heading for the back of Skull Woods to check out this.
Well, that's a convenient place to find bombs for Scrub.
Yeah, Ice Palace has improved considerably than Claymore's. There is a somewhat newer trick called Icebreaker involving a cane in the big key room of Ice Palace. That saves you a lot of time. There's someone in chat who can probably provide a link to you for it. Or just you can Google it for that matter. Yeah, that Skullwoods Bridge was fun, especially with that giant spike trap that was there. That's always lovely. And it is another time for Scrubcasual.
Moldorm is our Skullwoods boss. That's a second and final Moldorm that we're going to see. Just looks tragic, trying to struggle against this floor here.
There are certain floors, bosses don't always work well with arenas, as you see just the bombs on that Moldorm and a pendant, unfortunately. I got some guards to deal with in this room, here of the desert, and just $50.
Yep. Sun prize is the 8 bomb drop, though, so that's good to know for the next time any of the runners are looking for bombs.
Yep. Alright, let's see if So tries the big key chest again. Tried way earlier in the seed and got an absolute load of nowhere and decides to still no bat. Honestly, an understandable play. And happy 1 hour, everyone.
So I think at this point, well, let's see, we're seeing a Sanctuary start from Scrub side, going to Flute. I think at this point, Diving Palace of Darkness is an option, and going into Ice Palace is a valid option as well.
Well, Pod is known to be a red crystal, and you do have bow, lamp, hammer. Yeah, Pod is honestly a really good idea.
You do not, however, have the big key to Pod.
There is that, and Scrub is still short some small keys. I keep forgetting this. I apologize, Chad. I am merely a scatterbrain on that front today. As Snow picks up his flipper off Sickid.
Alright, so Pod's diving. Scrub is diving Eastern now. Nothing too important in Eastern other than the Quake Medallion. And so is immediately going to put those slippers to use. Yep, we're seeing the Ice Palace play right away from So.
Yeah, if it is mirrorless, then this could be a problem, though, who did use keys in the front of Turtle Rock, and thus it has to go through from the... And thus might be in a bit of trouble due to having used one to get that bow off the big key chest.
Yep, so in the event that this is mirrorless, then So would need both of the remaining Turtle Rock small keys, which, not so appealing. Swamp Palace being a pendant as well means that Mirror could potentially be locked in Ganon's Tower, which they would not be visiting.
Nope. Yeah, that would also make for... Yeah, Master Sword is Ganon would also suck pretty badly too.
Alright, So did not... Oh, I was gonna say So did not flip the switch before going to the icebreaker room there, but we'll see if they remember to flip the switch this time.
Yep.
Not a very friendly pre-icebreaker room.
No.
I'd much rather see the Pangators there.
Agreed. That is correct. Yeah, so if Swamp is a pendant, Mirror could be in GT, which would lock 2 of our swords behind it. Because you can get Pyramid Fairy, but you can't get the other 2. Yeah, this room is decently ugly. At least it doesn't have Hinoxes in it, but it's not great.
They do have the big key, but they do not have a small key.
Yeah, that is the problem. $20. And Scrubcasual is also going in that direction here. Actually, can you do Pyramid Fairy without mirror? That's actually a good question, because I just got reminded. There's the King of Burna in Ice Palace.
Can you do Pyramid Fairy without mirror?
I don't know if they can. I am not the most well versed in inverted. That does put Spike Cave in logic. Yeah, you need mirror from Pyramid. Ouch. So yeah, mirror. If it is mirror in GT, they're just going to have to do GT because they can't get another sword without it. And yes,
so it takes the death of that chomp. Yikes.
Yes, that is our absolute mouthful of emote today, Dr. RM. Here a big key for Scrubcasual. No. So, how it is chosen for the mode is the, let's see, I believe for game 3 at least. Let me double check this. For game 3, so it is based on how So, it is based on how they were seeded, and that I don't. And the seeding is based on how they did in the regular season, if I remember correctly. So, for game 3, which is what we have here between the power players, we have the higher seed chooses one mode, then the lower seed chooses a mode, the higher seed chooses an additional mode, and then Sahabat chooses the final 3. I'm not actually sure who picked what and what Sahabat gave them, but the end result is a pretty nasty combination. I don't believe they can veto modes, no. And there's the pod big key, at least for so.
All right, so that's one of the mysteries solved. The pod play is looking a lot better now, and there's another pod small key, which is their 4th one total. Scrub goes a long way around that chomp, doesn't want anything to do with it, and that's probably the right decision.
Yeah, Scrub is having a way easier time in Ice Palace today.
That is
this anti-fairy's a troll.
Yeah, that's a mean place for an anti-fairy without magic powder.
Okay, thank you, Donovan, for providing who picked what. So picked Key Sanity, Scrub picked Randomizer, and then So picked Inverted, and then we just got thrown in Hard Item Pool and Vanilla Swords for the ghosts.
Go, 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 AC room. No! Another unfortunate death in Ice Palace on So's side.
Yeah. So I guess the bot picked Vanilla Swords, Fast Ganon, and I'm forgetting what, and Hard Item Pool, so thanks bot.
Well, without magic, So has to piece out of Ice Palace, and can't say that they're probably thrilled about having to do that, but they did find the big key to Palace of Darkness, so this is a fair replacement activity. Let's see how Scrubcasual handles this anti-fairy.
Not well, apparently.
Yeah, this is not a very good anti-fairy.
No. There we go.
Ooh, nice sneaking pass.
Yep. Yeah, vanilla swords can be pretty dumb, and this is no exception. Yeah, pod is clearable with 4 keys for so, but we'll have to... That is going to be a big... We'll see how exactly he uses his keys, actually, because 4 keys is interesting for pod routing.
Yep, with 4
Let's
keys...
have the hammer just go right side so it can skip that first door.
Yeah, with 4 keys, the ability to hammer yump, as well as the hammer and a bow, so we'll be able to full clear everything in pod.
Yeah, assuming that the game lets you hammer yump, of course.
Right.
That doesn't always happen in Randomizer. Alright, nice palace boss. Hands up, hi Trinex!
Alright, hammer Trinex on 3 hearts, but Scrub does have a fairy.
Also
That
got a
is
blue
a-
potion nice, which is saving him quite a bit here.
Dawn finds another Palace of Darkness small key inside the dungeon, so as long as So doesn't open up that front door, so we'll be able to get everything regardless of whether or not the hammer up is palatable.
Yep, as there's also a map of pod in pod. Thanks, game! And Scrubcasual takes the death to try next, but does have that fairy.
So immediately going for the boss. This is a little bit risky without any magic right now. If the boss happens to be Cold Stare in particular, that would be quite unfortunate. Could also be a second Trinex.
Speaking of Trinex, that's Scrubcasual's one down. Picking up here, let's see, the map to desert and the crystal. Hey, Irritable Penguin. Welcome into a fairly horrendous mode. We are missing a lot of keys, pretty much. We've got any pretty decent items, they're just short keys.
Scrub preps for the upcoming dungeon with a blue potion, and now is heading into Palace of Darkness as well. And fortunately, it is just vanilla. Fortunately, it's just vanilla Helmasaur, so we'll be able to beat this boss and then get a full magic restore.
Is it me or does the fox sprite look constipated? Scrub is running, it's naturally going to be a horrendous mode. Lol. Yeah, this one's an absolute mouthful. It is, as Spot says, hard item pool, Randomizer, inverted, fast getting, full key sanity. Yeah, that is our second vanilla boss of the game. We also had a completely vanilla Moldworm. That includes the eyes. It was a 2-eyed Moldworm. Ooh, that's a death.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate death. Scrub having a little bit of difficulty protecting Kiki here.
Yeah. And, did So just open the front door?
Yep, So did just open the front door. This isn't a problem if So can use the hammer yump. Otherwise, so would have to leave most likely the harmless Hellway chest behind.
Yeah, and he so deserves that for double beefs. Lol. Oh, there's a green goo bottle at least.
So that is our third bottle, I believe.
It is. We had one of the thieves said, and like what a nice palace. There's that one. And oh, okay, that's for Scrubcasual.
That's intentional. Scrub wanted to leave the shooter room.
Ah, that makes sense. I lost track of it there. Alright, now there's $300 for so.
Scrub is also opening up the front door with only 4 small keys, though. So, this will end up working out. So Scrub will still be able to full clear the dungeon because there's a small key contained within Pod.
Oh, hi, Stalvos and Hinox. That's a disastrous combo to try and hammer you upon.
Yeah, the Hinox doesn't even fall down through the floor.
Nope, there's the Eastern big key.
Big key to Eastern, that's important.
Yeah, I would not try and hammer you upon that bridge. Because that's a recipe for good luck. So Diddle's chat mentioned set up for a safe scum that Eastern big key complicates things and that, well, that might whichever. So I guess screw Dark Maze potentially for so. Who is that? Going to try for that hammer young all the same. We'll see if they succeed. He succeeds.
Nicely done.
Hey, that's it. Cape in the big chest. Commentated the daily yesterday, which had a vanilla hammer there. There's the GT biggie, that's dead. Vanilla hammer in Pin and Pod was a great thing yesterday on yesterday's daily. That was not particularly fun for a bunch of people. That was an intentional death warp there from So to get back to the front. And is going to go for round 2 sword.
So just has the boss as well. Scrub will be heading to the boss too. So Scrub has a bit of an advantage in crystals, having been able to complete Ice Palace.
Scrub has not have worked cleared at the back of the pod yet, so we'll be a little behind on that. So has no magic at all, so is having to push the statue, even though he does have the key of Samaria.
Alright. Hammer fight on Scrub's side. Just the fighter sword, but with the bow already, you can just shoot the green gem if it becomes too dicey with just fighter sword, and that is what Scrub is looking to do here. Fortunately, Helmosaur is playing some pretty aggressive defense, but Scrub gets the kill, and that will be the 3rd crystal for Scrubcasual.
Yep.
With So about to get...
First red crystal.
So about to get their 2nd.
we do have a... Well, that's an unuseful final key to Skullwoods on Helma.
So just the big key to Eastern Palace was the only progression in this dungeon, but big key to Eastern Palace is pretty important progression.
Assuming it's a crystal, it is. We don't actually know. Speaking of big key to Eastern, here it is for Scrub.
So it's going immediately to Eastern, and yep, this makes absolute sense.
Not quite getting the spin speed. There we go. Those runners have already cleared out the front of Eastern. It's just the boss left. We don't actually know what it is. Unfortunately, Eastern is a really annoying dungeon to backtrack through. Not as bad as some of the others, but not great either. Nice hammering up for Scrub, who's picking up the cape.
Yep, the cape doesn't do anything immediately right now. They already had the blue cane for Spike Cave, and they'll still need the mirror in order to check Bumper Cave.
As we see the small key to Thieves down in the big chest of Eastern.
I also believe they've seen the item already and know that Bumper Cave isn't necessary.
It's a heart container, yeah, or something like that. Fixing Helmasaur is just like fighting an old TV, just walk up and smack it. This room looks vaguely somewhat vanilla there. Still having an Igor on the bottom switch. I don't know why So didn't bother just chucking a bomb at the Hinox there, but sure. This room's not super hard to kill, just really annoying.
Gotta love how the Hinox bombs attack their friends. And we're seeing Cold Stare.
First Cold Stare of the day.
Really nice job using the spin attack to get Cold Stare into the left side of this room.
Lighter Sword, Trinex with So Now Out of Magic is not much fun.
Or Cold Stare, but yeah.
Cold Stare, sorry, yeah.
Nice job. Nice job using the hammer to take one out.
Oh, thank you, Eagle Eye Chat, for catching that Desert Issy Crystal, so Eastern has to be a pendant today. So picks up a heart piece, and yep, that pendant. That is 2 out of 3 pendants actually for So, but they really don't want to ever touch Pendant Swamp.
Well, if they do, they will be able to get another sword for what it's worth.
The hair is that, I guess. Scrubcasual going to check out the front of Third Rock today as well. We'll see how far they go and how much they won't actually know that is a bow on the big chest since it just shows up as $20. So that'll be funny to tell them in interviews. Turtle Rock is looking extremely gray today. I haven't been commenting too much on the palette sample because it hasn't been super interesting, but this is a very gray Turtle Rock.
It's actual rock colors.
Yep. Still doing the water checks. The hobo.
Probably going to polish off a couple loose ends. We're still looking for the Ether Medallion for Misery Mire. The big key to Desert Palace. And that's about it. So we'll also
right now.
So we'll also need either the mirror or a small key to Turtle Rock. Possibly Scrub will need that as well, depending on how they use their keys here.
Yeah, they only have 2 keys to Turtle Rock. Without a mirror, you can't complete Turtle Rock at all.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But yeah. Yep. Also need mirror or gloves to get a Master Sword. You're right, Arizon.
Yep. Yeah, hour 25 minutes in, we are getting closer to no mode, but as per the usual for key standing, we're missing keys. Why am I not surprised? Actually going to get a health refill here off of the cave next to Ice Wrap Cave.
Yep, this makes a lot of sense. You never know what Randomizer's going to throw at you.
Nope, and Scrubcasual's doing this rather unfun room, but does have to keep get the key and decide to not go for that. Well, what for them is $20. And that will work out for Scrubcasual today.
Yep, so this allows Scrub to get as far as Laser Bridge, at least, which we have not seen.
No, we have not.
We also haven't seen the big chest.
Nope.
Nice emergency blue potion there.
Yeah, because So did, in fact, choose to go to that chest in the big lava chest and picked up their bow. While Scrubcasual got one off the lumberjack ledge. It just is just the map to ice. Thanks, game. And So, who has quite a lot of fun, he is just getting skinned by King Zora. Yeah, so it's 2,022 rupees there. The scene has been pretty generous with them.
Be a nice thing about Inverted. It's usually a little while before you're obligated to check King Zora, so by that point, you can generally count on having enough money to clear it.
Yep.
So now we're gonna see So finish off Ice Palace and beat that Trinex.
As there's the Desert Big Key and Laser Bridge.
So Laser Bridge ends up being really important. That means that So is going to want to find either that mirror or that third key sooner than later.
Yeah. Also, hello, SpeedGaming, rating us again with a party of 33. Welcome in as we see the powder on Laser Bridge for Scrubcasual. Was there anything needed in Ice Palace for Scrub? I think he's already got just about everything out of it. For So, there's nothing much in it. Yeah, there's an extra bottle. No, I think, yeah, there's an extra bottle in here. That's about it.
All right, so with that big key to Desert Palace, Scrub is going to follow it immediately and finish clearing it out.
Still no ether to get into Meyer, however, otherwise I would have suggested that.
So just uses the blue cane to get by that anti-fairy.
May as well.
Gotta take advantage of the resources you have, and there's the extra blue bottle.
Yep.
Alright, Scrub's checking the big chest for the mushroom.
We are getting to see almost every single item in the game.
Yeah, this seed started out with pretty early light world access, but it is now getting to the point where it's getting a bit linear again.
Yeah, it is. We are starting to run out of places for... Like, we've seen this dungeons, we've seen all of Eastern, going to have seen all of Desert in the next couple of minutes here from Scrub. We can't get into the swamp, we've seen all of Skull Woods, we can't get into Meyer, and we've seen everything that's not the boss in Turtle Rock. We are running out of things to do. And there's not a lot that's coming to mind for what we do have left, actually, now that you mention it.
Yep, so we might see that mushroom check sooner than later.
Yeah, mushroom check, powder check, actually.
Yep, probably also see the fake powder glitch first, though. That is a lot of magic to lose out.
I mean, Scrubcasual has the powder, so...
Oh yeah, that's true.
You don't need to fake powder. Yeah, we have powder and mushroom turn-ins. We have the big chest of Thieves Town.
We do have Spike Cave.
Spike Cave, yes.
Could fake real powder. I've totally done that before.
I don't think we've seen Catfish, actually. That might be about it, actually. As you see a brief graphical glitch with Argus.
Alright, Scrub doing everyone's favorite boss, item management Argus.
Yippee! What you have to do when you have a fighter sword.
Fortunately,
yes.
the lack of a Bombos medallion at this point is actually a benefit, because it makes it just that many fewer clicks for switching between hammer and hookshot.
I don't even know.
Spin stress with fighter sword will also work, and I believe that they're faster if they can be executed precisely.
Alright, this is other castle tower, small key for so, but already has the bow off. Turtle Rock, big lava chest, so is gonna bother with it.
Alright, this looks like to be a
Big
finish up Thief Sound. Soda needs to get the crystal still. We'll see if he goes on to... We haven't seen like Blind Cell yet from So, and we haven't seen
I don't think either
Big
runner
Jets.
has made life to the Blind Cell yet, actually, so that's on the things we haven't seen.
Thief Sound is a brutal dungeon right now.
Yeah, the two locations. So there's one more checked-out locations. As we see a Hyrule Castle key. Thanks, game. That does absolutely nothing for us. That's pretty much the last one they wanted to do. That's pretty much the last small key you wanted to see. About tied with approximately tied with the final Ganon's Tower small key for uselessness, pretty much. Anything left in Escape? No, we saw the whole thing. There was, not much. Well, the back of Escape had a pod key, but Dark Cross just had a GT key, which we know to be useless. $20 in blind cell. This is going to be still finishing up Skullwoods for Scrubcasual. And the Thieves' Big Chest is Ether!
That is a necessary item.
Oh, absolutely.
That is a...
and so, save quit out of Thieves. Okay?
So probably still doesn't want to do that final fight against Vitreous with just the weapons that are there.
Yeah, and that is a lead for So, because Scrubcasual is missing their Thieves Town small key out of the Eastern Big Chest, and at this point, I believe Scrubcasual knows that Eastern is a pendant and doesn't really want to go back there for those couple checks.
Mm-hmm. It might not be too long, though, because Scrub has done so much of the overworld that they're at the point of doing these pendant dungeons, like we see them in Skullwoods right now.
Yeah, just because there just isn't much else left to do. As you mentioned, that Thieves' Town Big Chest was one of the only checks we had left in the game. It was that, Catfish, Blind Cell, Spike Cave. Yeah, that might have been about it for the list of things we had left.
Mm-hmm. And
then the Sherman's powder turn-ins, which that was really it.
Yeah, and we can't forget that So also still needs to, at some point, beat that Vitreous that's just chilling out in Thieves Town. Which, while it doesn't take a significant amount of time to get back there, it's still time. But yeah, with Meyer being the other red crystal, then So we'll be able to get Pyramid Fairy for the second sword upgrade.
Which is going to make life easier.
Yep. Still looking for Mirror or the Titansmith before either runner can get the third one.
Yeah, and Scrubcasual facing off against this really sad Holdorm. Holdorm does not deal well with Populous Arena. It's not a helicopter, but it's probably the next best to a helicopter.
Okay, so we'll see what Scrub decides to do next. Doesn't immediately flute out of the Skullwoods area.
And so having come into Meyer with a big, he is just going to run straight for the back. Really, really wants that sword. And, okay. Hi, Landmos. When the boss doesn't show up immediately, that generally means Landmos, and that is a very, very quick and very nice. So, picking up the nice palace key of no use.
Yep. We'll see if So decides to go back into Meyer now.
I'd expect so. There's
probably
there's nothing else to do.
I mean, you could probably wait till later. Get the Pyramid Fairy first, but So decides to come back in.
Might as well just do it while you're here, I suppose. And
that's true. They'll need Mirror to get Pyramid Fairy. Forgot about that.
Yeah, we are both forgetting it. And I don't know if I'd agree with you, Super Malmo World, but thank you for the reminder that we do have a very funny that we will be getting the glitch fest that is Randomizer later on. Randomizer causes a ton of graphic convention. Especially with the credits. Yeah, Scrub's going to check Magic Bat, which was just some arrows. Hopefully doesn't go Thieves Town, but this is a bit of a problem here. As we see a Turtle Rock key that is helpful So in the Meyer Compass chest.
That lets So have access to Laser Bridge, and Laser Bridge is where that Desert Palace big key was.
Yeah, but unfortunately the Desert Palace big key doesn't really get you anywhere in particular either.
Nope, so we'll still need the 4th Turtle Rock small key or the mirror before being able to clear Turtle Rock.
Yeah. Gets the nice clip there through the railing.
Alright, we're going to see Catfish on Scrubcasual side.
Along with the mushroom. Oh, this is mushroom turning first.
Oh yeah, this is the light world, isn't it?
It is. I was going to say. Yes.
Palette shuffle, come on.
Just $20 in the desert big chest and bombs in the mushroom turn in. Is that that's just a compass in
Compass it
the
does,
wire. And did So leave the cutscene behind?
Yep, that's a bit of a risk, but maybe So is feeling behind.
Unfortunately, So has gotten his bow from Lava Chest. The other one's in Lumberjack, so does need either the 4th Turtle Rock key or the mirror. There's no choice there. But first, with us now having seen the mushroom and powder turn-ins, So is going to find out you can't do Pyramid Fairy without a mirror. We're down to Spike Cave, the cutscene chest. Spike Cave, cutscene chest, and Catfish, as we see another Ganon's Tower key. That's not progression game. So we're still looking for our one item of progression, and our list of checks is going down by the minute. Yeah, it's Catfish.
All right.
We have seen everything else.
Oh, we just saw Catfish.
No, that was a shroom turned in from Scrub.
Oh, you're right. Ah. Okay.
So yeah,
Well,
it's
Scrub.
this or cutscene chest.
Alright, Scrub is doing Eastern Palace now, which we know is necessary at some point.
Yep, so let's see. Is it Catfish? Nope.
No. Yep, so we got...
Oh, I forgot. Thank you, chat, actually, for ringing the bell that the Hera Big Chest is available, because we never did see that, because they both Hera-potted. Add that to the extremely short list of things we haven't seen. We don't have the Hera small key for the basement.
Yeah, the fortunate part about skipping cutscene chest in Meyer, it doesn't take that long to go back to Meyer, though you still have to clear the beginning couple of rooms.
And, yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, so Hera Big Chest could have it, I'm pretty sure still, but it's not the Hera. It probably can't be the basement of Hera.
I don't believe we've seen the second... I don't believe that So has done the second Agatower chest, so that might be something on So's mind. We have seen it from Scrubcasual side,
So
of course.
has it. That was.
Oh, it was half magic. Yep, you're right.
Yeah, so neither of them are at the point of where they know that there's approximately 2 checks left in the game that could have regression. We know that there's like 2 checks in the game that have regression.
Scrub using that blue potion there.
For MA, you would want to check out the $sign node command. Also, hello. We have an absolute doozy of an inverted vanilla swords, full key sanity, full randomizer, hard item, full fast canyon seed. We're out of progression. Neither runner knows it quite yet, but I think we're down to the Hera Big Chest and Hera Big Chest and the cutscene chest in Meyer for progression. Unless we all forgot something, which is possible. We've seen desert. It's not there.
So is going back to Turtle Rock. So this will mean So can get the Desert Palace big key and will likely go to Desert Palace right after this, as Scrubcasual did before.
And the only thing, the Desert Big Chest was the mushroom that turned up junk, and the Desert Boss gave you a Hyrule Castle key, which is absolute junk. Head's a sword, because it's vanilla sword. We've seen Laser Bridge from Scrubcasual. Between the 2 runners, we have seen everything that's not Hera Big Chest, the Hera, and the Meyer cutscene.
Meyer cutscene.
And that's really it. We have run out of everything else in the game. Yeah, I don't know why So skipped the cutscene chest with how he was starting to run out of checks. We haven't seen Pyramid Fairy. You can't do Pyramid Fairy without a mirror, so found that the hard way. In inverted. Something that multiple of us forgot, myself included.
Oh no! Now I only have 1576 rupees instead of 1676 rupees.
What a problem! No, we are actually out of things to do. Mirror...
Can Mirror be Ganon's Tower? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, although at this point, I'm pretty sure the mirror is our next progression. It's either that or a Turtle Rock key. Actually, a Turtle Rock key is our go mode at this point, come to think of it. Shenanigans aside, we do have everything else.
We'll still need a way to get the
and a mirror,
second sword.
Turtle Rock key is Crystals mode, at least, and then we need to find a mirror. But whatever the heck we're missing, it's either the mirror or a Turtle Rock key. Hasn't finished Thieves Town, but we know it's loaded nothing. It's a Vitreous on there, and so didn't much fancy Fighter Sword Hammer Vitreous. No, Myths would also be it for progression. There's really not much, though. The tier key isn't going without Mirror or Myth.
Yeah, we need another way. We need another way to get a sword.
Yeah. Alright, well that is so getting closer to go, but unfortunately the Desert Big Key doesn't open up anything else for progression beyond the crystal. It's nice to have, but it doesn't actually get you to go mode. And the, and well, going to take the safety door, and just honestly leave, actually. Yep, but yeah.
That's all that.
Yeah, great part. And, okay, Scrubcasual's now in Meyer. We'll see if they choose to clear out the cutscene chest.
thought about doing Meyer cutscene.
Okay, so Scrubcan actually has chosen to skip Lava Chest and has picked up just now their third Turtle Rock key, which is them able to do finish Turtle Rock out of logic. No, that doesn't do much in terms of our logic. Also, more beepity beep. Because for some reason, So has decided to run with double speed beeping. So is going to turn in that powder now. Unfortunately, this is junk. And we're still just as miserably out of progression now as we were a while ago. I knew coming into this seed, looking at the mode we got stuck clonked with, we would be here for at least 2 hours. We're going to be here for at least 2 hours as we hit the hour 50 mark here.
Granted, we're very close, and it is fast Ganon.
It's still gonna be a bit, though. Scrubcasual, having skipped the Turtle Rock Big Key Chest, is in, Sword mode. So needs a mirror, which would put him in True Go mode, or could use Turtle Rock Key. We're actually not sure what our current next progression item is, we just know it's missing. And, okay.
Now we're seeing desert. Which makes sense. Crystal Dungeon, going to be able to clear it. Going to get the mushroom, even though the mushroom's not good for much right now.
It's good for nothing at the moment, actually. Yeah, the turn-in was like bombs or something junk.
Yeah, both of them ended up skipping the cutscene chest.
Yep. And that is one of 2 checks left in the game by my count. Yes, absolutely. Ginn's Tower could have mitts and the mirror, making it required for a sword. Assuming that the item they desperately need for progression is the last Turtle Rock key.
Scrub is also going to get the bad news regarding Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah.
The big bomb disappearing act of 2021.
Yep. Ooh, and that's a death for So. It's a fairy, at least. Having picked that up a while ago. So I think Scrub saved time defeating Eka versus spending a key on Turtle Rock. The problem with that is that now... Yeah, I agree with you, since, considering that that last Turtle Rock key is currently trolling them to all heck. So
still-
has checked both Castle Tower checks. They were, let's see, what was it? First chest was, I don't remember what. Second chest was the Half Magic. First chest was the Ice Palace Big Key.
Ice Palace, yeah.
Note to self, if you ever make playoffs, be there inverted. Inverted is a war crime. Whoa. Oh yeah, So is locked out of desert now, but it won't be a big issue for him, since he will eventually get back to Thieves Town. It might take a bit, but he will get back there at some point, and that is where his desert small key is on the boss. And oh no, Scrubcasual, don't go for the lava chest here in Rock.
Nope, doesn't look like it.
No. He's going to go beat the boss. And at this point, yeah, the Turtle Rock key situation is putting Scrubcasual in a pretty sizable lead. Well, you can straight up veto a mode, but if you are the higher seed, you can select a different mode in that category, such as standard, to avoid it.
Alright, is this going to be the Hero check from So? Nope, it's going to be Spike Cave.
And this was some variety of junk. Beepity beep again, also. Making up the fourth Ganon's Tower. Well, their fourth Ganon's Tower key. Yeah, that's dead.
Alright, is this going to be the Hero play from So?
I think so. Alright, let's see. Our boss in Turtle Rock today is another Argus.
Argus.
That is our second repeat boss of the game. We have also seen 2 Moldorms, one of which was completely vanilla, even down to the eye count. To note that Scrub does not have the GT. I thought Scrub not have the Ganon's Tower boss key, big key. Wasn't the pod maze. I think Scrub might have died in there.
Scrub has the Ganon's Tower big key, yeah.
I say it's just not marked on the tracker. Yeah, no problem, Mike here. Scrub did earlier. We're going to mirror remits from Go mode for Scrub, as So is heading for one of the final checks left in the whole entire game, which is the Arrow Big Chest.
Using the clip strat for Hero Pot.
Mitz gets you the Smith's sword.
Yes.
I mean, Master Sword Silverless Ganon still really sucks. It's extremely specific, picky. That's not
pod key.
I think that might put 1 or 2 things into logic, but that does absolutely nothing for progression. That puts Helmasaur, that pod boss, in logic, but the pod, nothing.
All right, so coming back for cutscene chests.
Yep, this is very literal last location.
No.
Or not. So, still has to do Thieves Town, I guess, which is not where they're going. And So does have Scrubcasual does have all 7 crystals, but still cannot find a way to get another sword. And GT is not in logic. We have seen Ice Rod Cave. It is still 7 fast cannon. It is 7/7 fast cannon, so you don't need to beat Aga 2 to be able to kill Ganon, but you still need 7 crystals to beat Ganon, and you do still need 7 crystals to get into GT.
We've seen the Bombos tablet.
On Bombos tablet, except for we have seen it already.
This is Dark Cross from Enso's side.
Yeah, this was, I forgot, so didn't do this earlier. It's the 4th Ganon's Tower small key, which is actually useless. Fast Ganon just means you don't have to be Agative for it. They're probably going to use the Jib GT anyway at this point, because they still can't find any method of getting a sword. And it looks like Scrubcasual is doing out the logic Ganon's Tower, despite not having the 4th Turtle Rock key or the last pod key to put this in logic.
Gotta love seeing the crystal cutscene in the light world.
Yep.
Alright, so we are looking for Titan's Mitts or Mirror.
Preferably the Mirror.
Normally we'd have a Ganon's Tower big key guessing game, but, you know. I'm going to guess progression will be in chest number 11. That's my favorite.
Yep. I'm gonna go with 20 because it just doesn't seem like a great time. We can actually do all of Ganon Tower, which has 22 in the basement. The big chest is 23.
Going beyond that, if we really are desperate.
You can even climb for another, let's see...
4.
1, 2, yeah, another 4 chests. 27 chests in checks in GT. Where in the world where is our progression?
Could absolutely be in validation chests.
Yeah. We are seeing finally the Meyer cutscene chest. Is this the Mirror, or is this the final Turtle Rock key? I'm pretty sure it's the final Turtle Rock key, though. Because we have actually seen everything else in the game. And Mirror doesn't unlock like 1 or 2. The Mirror unlocks very little, I think. I guess it unlocks Swamp Palace, which would be have the 4th Turtle Rock key first. So.
Yep, that'd be a pretty unfortunately convoluted route.
Yeah.
In that situation, I would think that just doing Aga as Scrubcasual did ended up working out over finding the bow in.
Oh, absolutely, it worked out
the vanilla chest there.
Considering how much trouble. There's the Turtle Rock key.
There's that last Turtle Rock key. 2
hours and 2 minutes in, everyone. It could have been the Mirror. I still think the GT keys were probably... Well, I did see say the GT keys were probably useless earlier. They're still not the most useful. You don't need all of them with their GT, at least.
A GT required vanilla swords, fast Ganon seed.
Fantastic.
It's not like we're looking for a sword. We know where all the swords are. We just can't get any of them.
Nope. And preferably you would rather take the Mirror over the Mitts, because the Mitts only get you 1 sword, and Master Sword Silverless Ganon really quite sucks. Rando Room, isn't it? Yeah. GT required. Let's see. We do know Swamp Palace is 100% dead at least. No, they might have the Mitts, but that's about it. Can't have progression because it's locked behind the Mirror.
Can't have the Mirror.
And the Mirror would honestly give us complete and total go mode. Yeah.
Does not check the Ganon's Tower big chest. Hopefully that doesn't become an issue.
Yep. Also, we can thank Mind of Me for this seed. As we see, oh, hi, Blind! On Armos 2. Blind on Ice, okay. Hi.
Blice.
I guess it is true that you can't really mirror out, so you're just gonna... So it's not too bad to get it after Ice Blind here. the compass to Skullwoods, another bottle, our last bottle, and junk. I would honestly get both Smiths and Fairy if you find Mirror, because, good luck on Master Sword Silverless Cannon. We haven't seen Right Side GT yet. There's another Ice Palace key. Thanks, game.
Yep. Alright, we got right side. Scrub just opts to use the key there, might as well.
Yeah. I'm really bad with Ice Palace key logic, but I think there was only one key available to date. For Ice Palace, one small key, which is funny. And I mean, in this situation, that's supposed to be power.
Scrub is just doing tile room at this point. Can't say I blame them.
I can't either, not with how this has been going. No, incoherent. Mirror opens up all 3 swords, because you can do the Smiths with the mirror inverted. King's Tomb can have mirror Smiths show up.
Just a red rupee. Unfortunately, not tile room this time.
Alright, and that is Arcus down for So, picking up his 5th crystal, actually. Still short Thieves and Desert, and is quite a whiles behind at this point, unfortunately. Yeah, this is whack. Well, alright, right side GT. Red rupee. 20 bucks.
Mirror!
And there's the mirror. Just 23.
23.
Everyone.
Alright, so it's the GT Big Key guessing game. If you said 23 out of 22, congratulations, you win!
Evil J. Bryan guessed 21, which looks to have been the closest today. At 23, you were correct. And yes, I'm aware that sounds like a really silly question. Desert Swell was on Thieves Town boss.
Yep, so I was about to get that, and
Yep.
then do Desert right after, I imagine.
Alright, so this is... where are you?
Scrub's going to grab the frog.
Alright, yeah.
Well, Scrub was going to grab the frog.
Direction. And then just stopped. Okay. Okay, so yeah, frog and then bomb shop here. Bomb shop, you do this first because the bomb shop will dump you right outside cannons. I guess either one works really, because in this case, because it's inverted, not it really matters. I think it is faster to do this first.
And I do think it is faster to do both. Yep, I do think it's faster to do both than to do Master Sword Silverless Cannon.
Yeah, Master Sword Silverless Cannon is doable, but very, very hard. I believe it is something close to pretty perfect to be able to get Master Sword Cannon on the later phases. And if you can get both of your other swords, just get both of your other swords. Yep, because this is hard item pool, so you kind of need that. So yeah, no silvers exist to be had today.
All right, and at long last, the gnomes are reunited in order to form and forge the Master Sword, which officially puts Scrubcasual in go mode, but we'll likely be picking up that other sword first.
Well, you absolutely do here.
So in the midst of the mayhem, did we see the Desert Palace clear on So's side?
Good question.
I don't think we did.
I don't think so either. And they're getting reminded of exactly that.
Yep.
Whoops.
Well, we're going to be seeing it now. There's that tempered sword. Doesn't even want to check that other chest. Just gotta go.
Yep, is out of here. Yep, so this is on a 10-minute delay, so we don't know what the outcome of this is. It's kind of obvious at this point also, unfortunately.
Keepo of the Salted cannot be Butter Sword because it is Vanilla Swords.
Yep.
Alright, Scrubcasual taking on Ganon. So, going into Desert Palace for the final time.
Yeah. Yeah, Mitz can be anywhere in Swamp. They can also just be further. They can also just be on the GT climb. We don't know. It could have been the other chest in Pyramid Fairy. Nobody honestly cares at this point.
Did you find the arrows on Planet Z base? Nope, we're not playing the SMB Super Metroid Zelda 3 randomizer today.
Yep. I'm currently, with a 10-minute delay, both runners are currently the seed in the race rooms. And I'm just chuckling at some of their banter. Their teammates, Leviticus and Peppadino, played a race just before this as the Wisdom match, and they had an hour 42 stinker, and they thought that one was bad. This one's apparently worse. 2 hours and change, 12 minutes in as of right now. It's going to be closer to 2:15 ultimately. Yeah, I'd say this one sucked.
It started off so fast. We had late world access in like 9 minutes.
Yeah, and then this happened.
Alright, get your GGs in the chat for Scrubcasual, who has defeated Ganon. Going to kiss this seed goodbye. Maybe do something else to this seed to say goodbye.
Yeah. GG's finishing first with a time of 2:13.18. So it's back to the beepity beep on Narcus. Time to delete it from your computer. Oh, absolutely. This was a stinker.
This is the one that you save and you give to your worst enemies.
Yeah, pretty much. Cutscene just was the final Turtle Rock small key. That was very literal last patient progression for us and for So. And picking up that Hyrule Castle key, which just gets an eye roll, because that's not particularly helpful. The small keys of GT really weren't very helpful ultimately, because the right side of the GT basement did have that mirror for Go mode.
So yeah, thinking of the league, this win puts Scrubcasual and Boomer Friendly up 2-0. One more win and they will be in the finals. So Frompsheim looking to perform the back sweep in order to get to the same area.
Yeah. Okay, extra fast credits for Scrubcasual. Hopefully we should be able to get at least they are here for an interview. Yeah, we can track them up. Hello, GG's. You are really quiet.
I can put this mic right up to my face. Maybe that'll be
okay. That's much better. GG's.
GG. So what'd you think?
That was a real stinker.
Yeah, I like after finishing, I'm trying to think of how I was supposed to route this optimally because I have no idea. Aside from I can't even think of what I had to do before Ether because it was just all over the place.
You kind of don't, though it was definitely the better choice to get the bow out of Agate.
Yeah, so that's my own lack of hard, because I honestly wasn't sure if that bow meant the other bow was guaranteed. So I know with hearts, it's whenever you get all your hearts, they turn to 20s. Same with swords and armor, but I didn't know if it did that with bow. So I'm thinking I have to get this bow because I don't know if it is the only bow. Turns out it wasn't.
No, with swords, with bows, and then with at least the vanilla swords, the whichever the second / last bucks.
Yep, the last one turns into 20 rupees, whichever the one you end up getting is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that ended up being a very big difference maker. You got the bow from Aga Tower that was known, which makes a lot of sense. Go with the devil that you know rather than the devil that you don't know.
Yeah.
So I found the bow in Turtle Rock in the lava chest. At about the same time that you found the bow from Aga Tower.
Yeah, about the same time, and chose to keep it, which unfortunately meant that they had to very literal last location, the final Turtle Rock key on the cutscene justifier.
Yeah, this is the first inverted key sanity I've done where I needed mirror, or where I didn't have mirror to do Turtle Rocks. It was really weird to logically bring myself back to think about the keys that I needed to do it normally, because I'm so used to having mirror and just jumping right in there with one key and one big key.
Yeah.
So that's why I actually kept putting off Turtle Rock as long as I could, because I was hoping to find a mirror first to go in there and then do it backwards with 2 keys, because you can full clear it with 2 keys backwards, but you need 3 to be able to clear it normally, 4 to full clear it with Lava Chest. And in Key Sanity, you don't want to have to find all 4 keys.
No, you don't. Your teammate Leviticus is commenting about how much you love this variety of stupid seeds.
I know, I don't mind the Randomizer, which I'm known in my group as the Randomizer person, so I love Randomizer, but I certainly do not like how this was logically expected to be done.
Yeah, the Randomizer was fine today. I've seen significantly worse. The Key Sanity was really sucked.
Yep.
The vanilla swords ended up being the reason why you had to dip Ganon's Tower in the very end.
Yeah, the see-through.
I
remember commenting on how useless the Ganon's Tower keys were. They still wound up being pretty useless, but...
Every time, I know early I got like a GT big key early, I got a bunch of small keys early, and I'm just sitting here like, this is not what I want. I don't need to go to GT. I've never needed to go to GT in one of these. And here I am, full clearing all of GT. To get the mirror. Oh my goodness. And I'm glad it was mirror and not Titans, because that got me covered at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Question from chat. Thoughts about that crystal roller on the warp besides Link's house?
So I didn't put 2 and 2 together here. After that first time I died there, I put it off where I didn't want to use that warp for the longest time, unless I had 9 hearts or something to do. buffer through it. But it didn't hit me until after I went there later in the seed that once I beat Aga, it changed the one roller's direction and it placed 2 there. So it changed the overworld enemies so that the roller was no longer going over the hammer pegs, and I just never even thought about it.
Oh.
And so I think there was a few times I actively didn't go route around that because I didn't want to have to deal with the big roller until later when I had enough to damage boost and realized I didn't even need to anymore. 4 chests in Meyer and went to GT. So when I got that, I didn't realize, again, this is my lack of inverted, or maybe just playing too much recently. I thought I would be able to take Bid Bomb without mirror for some reason. So I thought I would be able to do Pyramid Fairy and get my Master Sword without needing anything else. So once I got Big Key to Turtle Rock, or Small Key to Turtle Rock, I thought, okay, I can go get Big Bomb, I can go get Master Sword, I can go do Turtle Rock.
Sorry. I'm just laughing at so rage slashing that meme.
and bombing the chest and taking
it was the worst location.
He chucked a couple Samaria blocks, and there's the dot quit. Understandably, so he's really not happy. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. That scene really sucked. It was interesting.
It was the worst seed I think I've had all league, all tournament. This was, I can't think of anything that was worse than this. A fast Ganon seed that's a 213, no way.
Yeah. By the way, hello, GG's. So
GG's, man.
GG's. What a seed! What a seed!
Yeah.
what a seed indeed.
We were just laughing at your reaction after finding the mirror.
Yeah, I never even thought that mirror will be on GT because it was Vanilla Sports. So like when I found that Swamp Palace was a pendant, so I was, dude, 3 swords is locked behind mirror. No way that mirror wouldn't show up early in the seed. That's one of my thoughts of spending the Smokey on Turtle Rock too, because I never even thought that I was gonna need all 4 keys. So,
and then it happened.
Yeah.
Yep. And turns out you needed the Meyer cutscene chest too.
Yeah, it's funny because we were watching the Levi and Tepedino's match right before we started. And I don't know if you guys know, but there was a last location hammer over there. So I was like, no way that Go mode was gonna be on cutscene chest again. And so and I don't like doing that check. So I was on mirror mode already by the time I went to Myers. So I was like, I have a tons of stuff to do in the world, and I'm not gonna do the cutscene chest.
Yeah.
But well, it happens. Rando's gonna render, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
The big difference in this situation was, so you finding the bow in the lava chest in Turtle Rock, whereas Scrubcasual just did Aghanim and got the bow that we knew was on Lumberjack Ledge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the bow on Lumberjack, and I was thinking, I don't have the second small key, so I'm just gonna do my work on the seed, and if I find I'm gonna rush it, because I too didn't know about the logic behind the hard mode. I completely forgot that all the items are in the pool, but when you find the limit, it turns into the rupees.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, damn, I need the second small key so to get that bow, but I stumbled upon the lava chest, so I was okay. I don't need to do Aga. And since I didn't have the second small when I went to TR, I didn't think of scamming the key.
Yeah, makes sense. That cutscene chest, they wound up literally just going down a list of what checks were left in Logic on the restream, and that was one of the very few things left in Logic. It was like that.
I had
mushroom turned in, a couple other odds and ends, nothing good.
Yeah, I had only features on Thief Sound before doing doing cutscene.
Yeah, it wasn't much. Why did you put off Vitreous for so long? I assume not much equipment?
Yeah, since it was a pain doing a fighter sword VD, so I was like, I'm gonna find the mirrors soon. So it just go there, kill the boss. I don't need to rush it. But mirror never showed up.
Nope. Yeah.
And then I brain farted on Desert too. I was for sure that Desert was a pendant, so I scummed the Smoky trying to go for density on the right side instead of doing Memo. And when I went to Hyrule Castle to enter GT and the cutscene didn't start, I was, wait, what just happened here?
That just happened. I was a little curious as to you did that actually.
So where was the Desert Smalties? I feel like I got that somewhat.
It was on
Thieves Town boss.
Yeah, it was
Thieves
on
Town
the
boss.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, one of the Don Veneer, one of her teammates, saying in chat, the only hope is tomorrow isn't down to last location in comment. I mean, your series against each other is apparently 2-2 for that so far.
I feel like that has happened a lot to Don Veneer as well, though. Like more so than it has to me. Most of the seeds that we've had, I feel like he's last location. A lot of them.
Just for the memes, I want to both runners Dawn and Scarlet last location cutscene in Mario, just to make it consistent on our match.
After these two races, they're probably just gonna go straight to cutscene.
Yep, let's rush it. Do the opposite.
Yeah, I commentated one of Scarlet's matches second division finals as a podcast like last week. Absolute stinker of an inverted swordless Randomizer seed. 1 hour something like world access with god awful items. I had debated as to which one was worse, in all honesty, between that one and this one. We'll see what Scarlet and don't get tomorrow.
Yeah.
This was a stinker though. We saw just about everything this seed actually. I think we missed Bombos, missed Red Meringue maybe, that's about it. Probably mostly in Swamp Palace.
Yeah.
All right. Any final thoughts about this experience?
Just want to take a rest now because and hope for Scarlet giving us a chance to come back tomorrow and go play to Scrub.
I would also say GG just in general for even going through this with me. It was awful.
Absolutely.
And for anyone that is watching, if y'all don't do Randomizer, do Randomizer. It's so fun. Oh my goodness.
It's fun to watch.
I'm the only one that says it, but I love Randomizer. Y'all should do more Randomizer.
It's fun to watch. Gotta love the shenanigans.
Oh yeah, this is fun. But I'll see if any final questions for Ken. I think that is about it. So both our runners are suffering through this absolutely horrible seed. From's Time and Scrubcasual of Boomer Friendly, to my co-commentator Danny Music, and to our tracker Ike here. Looking ahead at the league schedule, tomorrow for the Open League, we do in fact have, as mentioned, the third match between these two teams, which is Courage match, actually. This will be Boomer Friendly that'll be Don Veneer versus Scarlet. If Don Veneer wins, then Boomer Friendly moves on to finals, and if Scarlet wins, then we have more games. And then on the Invitational League side, we have at 2:10 Eastern, we have the Edium of the 2019 Titan Smiths of 2019 versus Triple Dino Disaster represented by Ayayoshi. And then at 7:10 p.m. Eastern, we have Andrea Drifters represented by Jet082 versus Shektool's Digging Game represented by Asder. That is pretty much it for us though tonight. Any final thoughts?
GG. Hopefully the next one's not as crazy. Potentially, if you're a viewer, hopefully the next one's even crazier. Keep on tuning into Speed Gaming, watch the rest of the league, and hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thanks for watching, everyone.